How's it going, guys? JT Red Eye here, back with another tutorial of how to... This time, we're going to be talking about how to enchant. So, let me just switch into this, and I got my enchant bottle here. Yes, I only grabbed one, and I'm just going to continue. So, enchanting is simple. You build your enchanting room, and mine seems to be pretty fancy, and to make a full level 30 enchant, which is what you want, and apparently I don't have, you need 15 bookshelves to be within a one block, like further than one block all the way around. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I only have 12, and I need 15 for it to be a full enchantment table. So that would be here, here, and here. This is just be for just aesthetic purposes to balance it out, but mine is just for looks. So I'm going to tell you how to enchant. You're going to need lapis and your enchanting item, and the way the levels work is, you see my 11 down there? That means I can enchant of 11. I can enchant of a level that is 11 or lower. So right here, this is 6, so it's lower than 11. And it's saying that I'll use up 1 experience to enchant it, and also 1 lapis. So you could go through a lot of lapis doing this, especially if you're doing level 3s. So basically, they have this new hint system in Minecraft now that is further, like 1.9 and further, where there's a tiering system about most important, like higher tiers. So they're not going to give you all the enchantments. They're going to give you the one that is weighted higher than all the previous ones. So the highest tier is Smite 1 on this particular enchant. So it could also come with Unbreaking, because Smite would be above Unbreaking. So let's just see. So I just got Smite on it. That happens. It's just a possibility you can get multiple enchantments, but that hint is a good indicator. Another thing you can do is you can place torches to block like it from reading the book, and it would lower the, like, it would lower what you see in there to like a different point. So let's say you'd have like a level 30 and you put like a bunch of torches down here, you'd be like level 15. So let's get on to what each enchantment does. First, you have Aqua Infinity. So that is put on an helmet, and what it does is it just increases the rate you mine underwater to a regular rate of mining. So if you didn't know, when you're underwater, you mine at a lot slower rate, like probably 40% lower. But with Aqua Infinity, you can just mine like it's nothing. So next enchant is Bane of Arthropods, which is an arthropod is spider in Minecraft. That's what they're classed as. So it's put on a sword or an axe, and it deals increased damage to spiders, and the level, it goes up to level 5. So every level in an enchantment makes it stronger. So Aqua Infinity, since it only does one thing, it has 1 level, but Bane of Arthropods can continue to be upgraded through various levels all the way up to 5. The next we have Blast Protection. What Blast Protection is you put it on specific, well, not specific, just armor in general. So any armor, and what it does is it reduces your blast knockback from any explosion, and also reduces damage. And as long as you have it on one piece of armor, it affects your entire body, but depending on which piece of armor that is, it does a little bit more, it does a little bit less. Like if you put it on your chest plate, it would do more than on your boot. So now we go over to Curse of Binding. This enchant can, I believe it can be randomly enchanted along with multiple enchants of like of a piece of armor. And what it is once you put on that armor, you can't take it off unless you die or it breaks. So it's stuck to you. And the next one is the Curse of Vanishing. Same deal with you put it on, it gets put onto a thing, and yeah, it's put onto a thing, and yeah, it does a thing. Yeah, okay, come on, come on. I gotta improve my commentary. It gets put onto with along with all the other enchantments, and what it does is once it breaks or once you die, no, well, yeah, once you die, it disappears, and once it breaks, yeah, it breaks obviously, but once you die, it doesn't drop. Okay, next one we have Depth Strider. So all it does is it increases the speed in which you move in water. So you know how you bob up and down, and it's really slow, so it's like this going through the water. So it goes from this speed to like this speed. And the higher level, the faster you go. So Depth Strider 3 is you're like this in the water, and it's just magical. So next one is Efficiency. You put it usually on a pickaxe, axe, or you can put it on shears using an anvil. And what it does is it just makes you mine faster. There's 5 levels, and it just makes you go from mining from like water speed to like mining with a god pickaxe. You want efficiency for everything. Next one is Feather Falling. Reduces, you can only put it on your boots. And what it does is it reduces fall damage and ender pearl damage, because when you throw an ender pearl, it counts as taking fall damage. So it reduces all fall damage, it's pretty good if you just want to be carelessly jumping around. So next one is Fire Aspect, and what it does is when you hit a person, it will light them on fire. And you put it on a sword or an axe, and when you hit them, it puts them on fire for a certain amount of time, dealing a certain amount of damage, and it increases along the levels to Fire Aspect 2. The next one is Fire Protection. It lowers the length of time which you burn for, and it also makes it so you deal the fire does less damage. So if you have a full set of Fire Protection 4, you can basically swim in lava and not die. Like, you can swim in lava for a long period of time and not die. It's pretty ridiculous, but same thing as Blast Protection. If you put it on one piece of your gear, it affects your entire body, depending on which gear you have, like which piece of gear you have it on. The next enchant is Flame. You get that when you enchant a bow, and it's the same thing as Fire Aspect, but it only works when you shoot a flaming arrow, and it ticks them for so long. So anyway, next one is Fortune. This is a miner's favorite one, because what it does is it gives you the possibility to drop multiple drops on like an ore, like diamonds or lapis, redstone, or coal. Ones that don't drop a block but drop like a nugget, I guess. And it has a chance of giving you better drops. Like, you mine a diamond and you can get like 3 or 4. So basically, if you have Fortune 3, you get basically double what you mine. So the next one is Frostwalker. You can only get this in a dungeon, and you have to anvil it to your feet. Well, not to your feet, to your boots. And there's 2 levels of it, and what it does is it allows you to walk on water because it forms ice below your feet, which is pretty good. Next one, Infinity, gives you infinity arrows when you enchant it on a bow, so you only have to carry one and not have to worry about it. Next one is Knockback. You enchant it onto a sword or an axe, and when you hit somebody, it knocks them back, like more than regularly. So next one is Looting. So mobs have a higher chance of dropping any drop. So when you want to hunt for those wither skeleton skulls, use Looting 3. Next one is Luck of the Sea. So you increase fishing luck, so you get like more books of enchantment, or no, not books of enchantment, enchanted books, and more gear. And yes, you can fish for random junk you find in the water. So Luck of the Sea is basically, you only want that if you want to go and find gear from the water. The next one is Lure. All it does is increases the rate of which fish bite your line. Next one is Mending. It repairs, like you get it from a dungeon, and you put it on any piece, like any gear, and it will repair it over time. Like it just it's auto repairing. It's pretty sick. Only get it from dungeons. Next one is power. It's like sharpness, but you put it on a bow, and it makes your bows do more damage, and there's a bunch of math into calibrating how much damage it does. If you really want to look up how much damage it does per level, you can go on a Wikipedia and look at all the math, and I just didn't want to explain all of it. Next one is projectile protection. So anything that is shot at you and you take damage from, it will like limit the amount of damage taken. So same as blast protection, and fire protection. One piece of armor, that's all you need. So next one is protection. And what it does is it reduces all damage, but not as much as if you got like the specialty, but it just overall damage it reduces. So next one is punch. It's knockback for the bow. That's it. Next one after that is respiration. You put it on your helmet, and it allows you to breathe, like hold your breath longer underwater. And next we have sharpness. It gives you more damage on your sword. That's it. Next one is silk touch. So anything you mine, it comes as the form you got it. So if you went out and you mined grass, like the grass block, like right there, or you mine the grass that floats on top, anything like that, it would come as the form. Or a diamond block you can mine, emerald block you would mine, and it wouldn't drop anything but the block itself. So next one is smite. Any undead creature, it deals extra damage, so that includes skeletons and the wither, and along with zombies. So it just deals extra damage to them. Next one is sweeping edge. This is actually first time me hearing this one, but it increases the damage of your sweep attack. So you have an AoE effect when you sweep your weapon with a sword. So when you hit, you have a chance of doing an AoE effect where you hit a bunch of people at once, and it increases damage of that. Next we have thorns. And what thorns does is when somebody attacks you with anything, you deal a bit of that damage back to them. But I don't recommend it because it breaks your armor faster. Next one we have unbreaking, and it just makes it so your stuff doesn't break. So I hope you liked this video and found it helpful of explaining how enchantments work and basically what the enchantments are and what they do. Then leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more content.